you want to make 900,000 GP per hour in Old School Runescape, then follow me, because I'm jollyadam and I'm going to show you one of the best ways to start making money and upgrading your account. The requirements for this method are 57 thieving, a Xerix talisman, a ring of dueling, and a slash weapon such as a scimitar, whip, or knife. But note that a knife will take up an extra inventory slot, and if you want to make more GP per hour, it's recommended that you have 75 agility, weight reducing gear, and a temple key. If you don't have the temple key, then 150,000 GP is all you need to get it, and I'll show you how to do that in this guide as well. This is what a standard run would look like with the bare minimum requirements. After this, I'll show you 2 ways you can increase your profit per hour if you do have higher stats. So start off by using your Xerix talisman to teleport to Xerix Glade. From here, you'll immediately head west until you find a small building with a ladder in it. On your minimap, you should see a symbol with an exclamation point and an arrow. So once inside the dungeon, you'll be going south, and if you turn your camera, you'll see there's a door covered by a cobweb. Select slash on the web and make sure that you successfully cut through it. Sometimes you can fail, although this might be rare. And then you want to head a little more south until you run into a set of 2 more cobwebs and slash through these as well. After passing through those webs, you're going to head west through the dungeon tunnel, and at the end of the walkway, you're going to find a cell door. You want to go ahead and pick the lock, which is going to bring you to the Grubby Chest. And inside of there, you will typically open it 2 times. Sometimes you can get 3 opens, and some people will drop cheaper items in order to open more. I just take everything. I find this to be the easiest and most relaxing. But once you're done opening it as much as you can, you want to use your dueling ring and teleport to Ferric's Enclave where you want to bank, and then depending on your stats, you might want to replenish those as well. And so I promised that I'd show you guys 2 ways to increase the profit per hour, and here I am. The first part is something that anyone can do so long as they have about 150,000 GP to spend on supplies. The second part does require 75 agility, but you can do these separately, each of them adding about 120,000 GP per hour to your total profit. So if you are able to have both requirements, then you'll be easily making over 1 million an hour. To start, you're going to want 5 dragon stones, and you either want 100 baby dragon bones or 50 lava dragon bones or 33 superior dragon bones. The baby dragon bones will be the cheapest, and that's what I recommend. After you have that, you want to take 5 dragon stones to the location of the Grubby Chest, where we'll then head north to a character named Olbertus. Being careful of the enemies above, I recommend to use Protect from Magic, and then you just want to head north to the second room above where you would find the Grubby Chest. In there, you'll find Olbertus, who looks like an explorer. And this is where I made a little recording error, so you want to talk to him and ask him what the treasure is that he found, and then after that you want to tell him that it's okay, you don't need it, you have something better, which will convince him to give you a temple coin. After you have your temple coin, you want to go to the bank and grab an inventory full of dragon bones, then teleport back to Xerix Glade. This time, heading west, instead of going into the first dungeon, we want to go north to the bridge, and then travel across the river to the second dungeon inside of more castle ruins. Alright, so down in the dungeon you then want to head to the east, and there's going to be a room full of enemies, so if you want, you should use Protect from Mage. I would recommend it because they can hit pretty hard, and then you want to use your temple coin on this altar, and then you can crawl under it by hitting travel. Alright, so at the Sacred Bone Burner you want to use your bones on it, and each one is going to give you 3 times the amount of experience you would get from burying it normally. We're doing this in order to get our faith level up to 200. Faith level is specific to this dungeon, so after this you won't have to worry about it for anything else. Baby dragon bones and normal dragon bones give you 1 faith, lava dragon bones give you 2 faith, and superior dragon bones will give you 3 faith each. All of the bones do give you 3 times the experience rates,
and it's not a very far walk to get here, so if you don't have the cash to spare, I do just highly recommend using baby dragon bones. Once you're done with your bones, you can check your faith level at any time. There's 5 messages that can display, all signifying a different faith level. You'll know you're getting there once you see the shrine is warm to the touch, Raylos' power is growing. That means you're at 150 faith, and then at 200 faith, it'll say the shrine is hot to the touch as it swells with Raylos' power, and you'll also see a temple key pop up on top of it. Once you have the temple key, there's 2 doors that we need to unlock, one to the east and one to the west, so you want to travel under this passage back towards the enemies, so make sure you use Protect from Mage. And then I'm going to go up to the east one first. You can just right click and hit unlock. And then going back through, I'm going to head to the west and I'm going to unlock that one as well. Doing this will unlock both doors permanently, so you don't have to carry the key with you on any runs in the future. Now it's finally time to show you guys how do you make more money with this method. So you start here and instead of going south, head west. And this is where the route splits depending on your agility level. If you do have 75 agility, you're going to follow the route on the left and go immediately south. If you don't have 75 agility, you're going to continue going to the west, around where you find the Sacred Bone Burner, and then go to the south. And then you want to continue to the chest where the grubby keys are. With 75 agility, you're going to save 8 to 9 seconds every trip, which might not sound like a ton of time, but with the trips being 80 to 90 seconds long, that means you're making 10% more profit. And it's finally the moment we've all been waiting for. In 1 hour, I used 90 grubby keys, which cost me about 3.4 million GP. And now I'm going to price check the items and then I'll sell them on the Grand Exchange to see what we get after the GE tax is taken out. 4.3 mil, that's not bad at all. Do keep in mind that I spent 3.4 mil on the grubby keys to begin with, so that's going to be where I got my 900,000 per hour number from. I do want to note that I don't have 75 agility, so anyone who does will earn more than I did. Around 1 million per hour is to be expected. And then lastly, if you don't have the temple key yet, you'll only be making around 800k an hour, but that's enough to quickly buy yourself enough bones to unlock it. And there we have it, 4.329 million GP. I'm quite surprised actually because after the GE tax, this number is still higher than my initial price check. I definitely recommend this method to people who are just starting out. It's one of the quickest methods you can get to that gives you nearly 1 million per hour consistently. Alright, with nothing left, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave your thoughts and feedback in the comments. I'd love to know what people think of the video itself. This guide was meant to be covering simpler content in order to help me learn to use Premiere, but I plan to be coming out with some real banger content throughout 2024, so please subscribe to follow me on my journey. This has been Jolly Adam, and I hope you have a wonderful day.